Hey everyone and welcome back to my channel. So I know I didn't do a pranks update last week. That's because everything pretty much stayed the same until the end of the week. So obviously there's been a few changes. That's why I did another pranks update. So I'm actually week 26 now. Obviously it was 25 weeks last week, and like I said, there was nothing really to report. It started going wrong towards the end of the week, and I just thought I'll just wait till I have consultant clinic today. Like I had to see a consultant in diabetes clinic and I had to have a growth scan. So I thought if I wait till today, just update you on what's going on. So last week from the 20 So from the 19th of September, my blood sugars in the morning started to spike a little bit. Wasn't nothing major. They was actually still on target. This is what it looks like. So I don't know if you could read that. I don't know if it's going to be backwards. So my target blood sugars in the morning should be 5.3 or less. So from the 19th of September, they went from being my sugars were quite low. They was 4.8, 5.1. So as I was saying, on the 19th of September, they started spiking to 5.3. I had 4 days of 5.3s. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it because my writing's not very good. And then I decided, obviously this ain't good, so I started me insulin, which I'll show you in a minute. And then obviously I was getting 5.4s, another 5.3, another 5.4. Then I was getting the 6s in the morning, so 6.3, 6.3, 6.3. My highest was 6.6. That's my highest blood sugar. So then I started that on the 25th of September, just because, like I said, I knew obviously things were starting to go wrong just by my blood sugars. I started off with 10 units for one day. Didn't affect it whatsoever. Actually, I started off with 10 units. Spit my words out. 10 units. I started on the 25th of September. Next day, obviously I woke up and my blood sugars were 6.3, so I knew that obviously that wasn't enough. So I increased it by 12 units. So I did 12 units and they were all still the same. And then I increased it to 16 units. The next day I had a 6.6, and then I had a 5.1 and 5.1. So the 16 units is actually enough. I think I had a consultant today and they want me to start maybe metformin on the evening, because even though all my sugars are on target, I've had 1, 2, 3. I've had 4 7.7s, and if you have a look on the front of the book again, excuse me, they should be 7.8 or less after 1 hour after your main meal. And I think I mentioned, I don't know if it's in a pranks update or in a daily blog, I mentioned that I had midwives and they measured my tummy, to measure the baby, and the baby was measuring at 37 weeks. I had a growth scan today, and the baby was actually measuring, I'm 26 weeks, and the baby was measuring at 27 and 2, I think, or 27. She said there's nothing to worry about at the minute because it's all within the limit, but obviously if it needed to be obviously delivered a lot earlier, well, not a lot earlier, they're planning induction between 37 and 38 weeks anyway. She wants me to get to 37 if I can, but obviously if it needed to be earlier than that, then we'll have no choice but to. But she said by the looks of things that everything's on track to go to 37, between 37 and 38 weeks anyway. Been suffering really bad headaches as well, and I think I mentioned that in the blog as well, but I think and I was really worried that it would start a preeclampsia, because I had the same with Esme. And then I had Specsavers yesterday, and they just said they think it's due to me cutting caffeine, because obviously I've been eating a lot healthier, just because my blood sugar's obviously been spiking and I want them to come under control. been putting a lot more movements. They put my birth plan, even though it's really early to put a birth plan down, that if I needed a cesarean or emergency cesarean, or if I needed a cesarean for anything, obviously I'd be sterilised at the same time, but if not, they're putting an implant in straight after birth, because I copped out really fast after having Esme. Just tired and not got a lot of energy, but that's just normal pregnancy. So I'm going to give you some fun facts now, and I've actually missed doing the fun facts, but like sometimes I don't see the point of giving you all an update if there's nothing changed, because there's no point if nothing's changing. But obviously, like, I feel like it's changing now. Obviously, like I said, I'm feeling a lot more movements. I'm actually seeing them from my belly now, and if I put my hand on my belly, I can feel it. Not that she plays ball, and I've changed the baby's name now as well, so good job I didn't do a name reveal, because we changed the name only because it's a name I picked out with Esme, and I actually really like it. And before I give you some fun facts, I'm going to show you the insulin. Now, I take this on the night time. This is a nighttime insulin. Obviously, I got 4 pens, 3 in the fridge because it got to be kept in the fridge. This one can be kept out. I haven't actually got the little needles to show you what the little needles are, but they're like little miniature things. So this one, you got, obviously you shake it and like roll it to make it into a cloudy, because some insulin's clear, this one's the cloudy one, and then obviously you got your little thing there, and then you just dial up how many units you want, and yeah, that's that. So that, with the collected, I take this with the collected injections on the night time. Actually, it is 8:30 and my injection is actually due. I was meant to do a daily vlog today, but I've been so busy at the hospital today. My appointment's at 9 o'clock. I didn't get to the hospital till about 10:30, and I didn't get out the hospital until 25 to 2, and I didn't get back to like 5 to 3, I think it was. So I was like really late and could have done a daily vlog because I didn't film anything. So let's get on with the fun facts. So your baby has grown a lot in the past few months and weighing around 1.6 pounds and approximately 35 centimeters in length, is as big as a Swede. Can you believe how quickly time has gone? If they were born early, they would have a very good chance of survival with specialist care. Your baby will start practicing making breathing movements at 26 weeks. Breathing in the surrounding amniotic fluid already for when they take their first gasps after breath. Their eyes will also start to open at around 26 weeks. All their vision will still be underdeveloped, but this will change over the coming weeks. It is possible with the increased brain activity, your baby will respond to certain noises with increased activity or increased pulse rate. If you're having a little boy, their testicles are beginning to descend into the scrotum, a process that takes 2 to 3 months to complete. Fun fact to know about your baby. At week 26, at 26 weeks, your baby is starting to practice using their lungs already for D-Day. When your baby is born, his or her eyes will be already 75% of their adult size. You at 26 weeks. Your nesting instinct may kick in around 5 months pregnant, but what triggers is start to clean and get organised. Well, I've been actually on a Mrs. Hinch. I'm hooked. Nesting can make you want to do all sorts of things, from cleaning the skirting boards to wanting to repellent no ice, but do keep safe. You're probably feeling your baby moving in different ways now as the space in your tummy is getting more and more crowded. It is not true that babies move less often at the end of the pregnancy. You should still feel your baby move right at the time of labour and during labour. Never hesitate to contact your midwife or maternity unit for advice, no matter how many times this happens. As your bump continues to grow, you might find yourself getting a bit hot and bothered. Oh yes, I do. And your skin's starting to itch and dry out. My skin's been really itchy on my legs. My feet, sorry. This is signs and symptoms at week 26. So pregnancy insomnia. Getting a good night's sleep is so important when you're pregnant, but suffering with pregnancy, oh, don't I know it, pregnancy insomnia is not unusual and can be hard to beat. I get that all the time. High blood pressure, not had. And that's it. So, if I get any more, obviously, well, it's not worrying news, but obviously if anything changes, we'll now expect the pregnancy update next week. But I think the more further along I get, the mostly more I do, because obviously that's when most things change. So if you like this video, give it a big thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you on my next pregnancy update or my next daily vlog. Thanks for watching now, guys.